All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irate today? Let's talk. All right, so some of you were in an uproar about that video from yesterday. Let's be clear. After researching the channel, I actually reached out to the individual that makes them. They're a new person. And what they do is basically take audits from different police reports and they reenact them in racial profiling, discrimination, etc. So the story from what he wrote back was, I believe, a compilation of different scenarios from, I believe, 2008 up until 2018 of different scenarios that did happen. And they just put it together on his original video, which is on YouTube. And I did leave it in the last video. It says it at the top. So anyway, so it's not that it was a fake video. It was a reenactment of what really happened. Hopefully that clarified some things for you, which was kind of funny when I did see the fact that it was hot outside. She had a freaking sweater on or rain jacket, but that's not what you came on here for. You came on here because NALC on their website, you can go take a peek. They have something in regards to this new act from up top, the White House, and I'll try to explain it the best way I can. It may seem a little choppy. I'll explain what it is and do with the information you will. The White House just dropped a fiscal 2026 budget proposal. I can't explain everything, but a budget proposal is, hey, here's what we propose in order to control the budget. And I want y'all to listen carefully. They are calling for a complete elimination of paid steward time at the post office. Paid steward time. It's not a footnote. That's a basic full attack on postal workers' representation, on our rights that we currently have, on your protection as a postal worker, whether you're a carrier, a clerk, a mail handler, maintenance, truck drivers, anything. I'm going to try to break it down the best way I can. No sugarcoating, no fluff. Some people, y'all gotta read between the lines when I be joking. Right now, union stewards across the NALC, the APWU, the Mail Handlers Union, as well as the Rural Carriers Union. Some people didn't know there was a mail handler union. And the rest are allowed to use paid time on the clock to represent you for grievances, for contract enforcement, for disciplinary hearings. I need a steward for my meetings with management. It's called official time, and it's not charity. It's not a favor. It's part of the negotiated contract. And that's what keeps management from basically walking all over you. Now, this new budget basically says, get rid of it. What does that mean? No paid time for stewards. If they want to help you, they have to do it on their own time, after work, unpaid, weekends, whatever. And it's hard enough to get a steward to do anything already. That's going to kill a lot of representation in a lot of offices that really need the stewards that are actually working for them, especially the small ones, especially for non-career employees, CCAs, PSCs, who need that representation the most. Let me tell you what will happen if it becomes law. And I'm going to actually read a part of it somewhere down there. Like I said, I may jump around a little bit, but I'm going to keep you hooked. The grievances will drop off. Why? Because not every steward can afford to work for free. Discipline will skyrocket. It's a cause and effect. If they see the stewards are not battling anything, discipline goes up. Managers basically will start to do whatever they want. Not saying all managers, but there are some slick ass managers. They'll be basically harassing, pushing people out, non-career workers, abuse of power. Pretty much we'll be talking about in my old videos. There's going to be definite contract violations everywhere. Supervisors will be allowed to change your schedule. Ain't going to be you could do about it. They can deny your leave, which a lot of them do. They can force you with this overtime. And there's no one there that will be able to fight that properly. The new employees will take the brunt of it because they're not going to just try to fight back without a steward. No, they'll get chewed up and spit out. This postal community is rough. Y'all know that. The morale will collapse overall without strong union representation. As much shit as we talk, we have something. The balance of power on the workroom floor, in the vehicles, it would shift entirely to management. Again, this is part of that, what we've been talking about, that new PMG. It's connected to that bigger plan to weaken the United States Postal Service, in my opinion, from the inside out. You say how we talking about change the culture from the inside out? This will weaken us from the inside out. HR 1, the sections 9001 through 9003, at will employee proposals that could strip career employees of their civil service protections forever. I don't know. Remember how they've been talking about privatization? Do you think it's a coincidence that budget attacks on union representations right at this moment, right now, while all other bills are going after your job protections? Where they say, hey, if you don't retire before 2028, we're going to cut this whole gap in. Some of you know, I won't get into all of that. It's the same game. Basically, break the unions, weaken the workforce, make it easier to, do what they choose with the Postal Service, or replace us with lower paid contractors. And the automated systems are already here. Let's not even play like they're not. And they've been chipping away at this for decades. This is not about balancing a budget. It's about breaking the resistance, changing the culture. A couple of facts. USPS has paid stewards for decades because it's required to fairly enforce contracts in a workplace with over 600,000 employees. Steward time does not cost taxpayers anything. The USPS funds itself through postage, stamps, sales, not tax dollars. We know that. Cutting steward time does not save the USPS any real money, because they're giving money that we made for something that they don't want. Yeah, it's coming out of our pocket, but we don't really want to give this guy any money to represent somebody that's working against us. It's indirect political attack on organized labor, period. And my main thing is that people will say, oh, it's fear mongering. It's not fear mongering. There are a couple of quotes that I have to look and see what they say, so that I don't want to misquote what's in this actual bill, just so you guys will know. I can see again. All right. It says, a direct quote from the official document at whitehouse.gov. All right. Right now, union stewards are paid by USPS when they are handling your grievances, fight discipline, enforcing contracts, and protecting you from getting railroaded. The budget proposes to eliminate USPS's reimbursement of unions for the cost of union stewards' time spent on representational work. USPS reports spending approximately $46 million per year on this reimbursement. That is on the whitehouse.gov. Now, $46 million a year covers, and people will say, hey, that's a lot. But let me remind you, it has over 600,000 employees. Check. That's less than $80 per employee per year to make sure you're protected when management crosses the line. Less than $80 per person per year. But you know what $46 million does not cover? Executive bonuses, contract profits. That's where the USPS wastes its money the most. but they want to come after representation first. Well, Jay, I thought you were anti-union. Never said that. I'm anti-sheep. I don't just follow. Without strong representation, the balance of the power on the workroom floor will shift. And this is definitely not happening by accident. There's no way it could accident. We need to be diligent, and we need to start thinking about who we put in certain situations, whether they're going to fight for us or whether they're going to lay down. We need people that are going to, fight. Let me see. I had some more facts here. White House budget proposal. And like I said, I don't want to misquote very much. It is not law yet. Now, we understand, but Congress will be the ones to decide whether this becomes real or not. I can say it 1,000 times for you to contact your representation, your representatives, and your senators. Tell them to disregard or reject that part of the budget. We got 600,000 people. If y'all stood up instead of laying down, and I'm still seeing that in the comments, well, let's just accept it. Let's just accept it. No, you have to demand public action from union leadership. We need the APWU, the NALC, the mail handlers union, the rural carriers, all fighting this together, not against each other, loudly, not quietly, negotiating, not behind the scenes. We need to see, hey man, they're actually fighting to help us. We know there's going to be a few presidents that won't be there for the next contract. You must prepare. And they know this. They have to prepare for USPS to sneak this into the collective bargaining anyway. Any tentative agreement that comes up, even if Congress doesn't pass it, USPS management can utilize this proposal as language and leverage in negotiations with our unions. And I'm gonna say this one last time: if they eliminate steward time, shoot, it's open season on postal workers, right? That's the game. And for ones sitting around saying, well, my steward doesn't do anything anyway, guess what? The solution isn't for fewer stewards. It's for better stewards, trained, active stewards. Not ones that sit at home picking their nose, not the ones that sit behind a desk or fake like they're filing grievances. The ones that are ready to fight, but they don't want better representation. They want no representation. You know how we stand up and fight back? Unity. Unify. Pressure. Y'all come together. Pressure. I see all the other YouTube channels. I see them. I don't knock them unless they're foolish. There was one that was. But everybody's trying to spread information. Whether you guys take the information and utilize it, that's on you. If we fall short, that's on you. Y'all got to put that pressure on them. Make some noise. Call to action. I don't like to sit there and quote, not Diamondstein Renfro, but it's true. That's what real unions do. You have to stand up. You have to do something. I read these messages from you guys. I love their messages. I love reading the comments. Oh my God, I can't get over that. But I read them. And a lot of the people have a tone of submissiveness, just giving up. There's no need to give up. Because if you give up now, what's left for you in your future? That surrender mentality. Oof. Don't wait for someone else to save your job. Don't. If you plan on being here for a while, don't wait on anybody. Stand up. Or regret it later. Y'all gotta stay sharp. Y'all gotta do diligent. If you get a chance, which some of you will, only a handful of you will, go look at the proposal. Put all these dots together. July 1st coming up. Change is coming. A lot of change is coming. Don't be left behind. For those that think that this can't be done, it's happening. I told y'all before, stuff was happening. I said I wasn't sure what. We just got to sit back and wait. But it's happening now in front of you. But for those that follow me, I said, I'm not really sure what this means. It could mean nothing. Back to when they just were just talking about this HR1. And no, it'll never pass. Well, it got past one section. Now it's on to the next. Please stop thinking that we are unstoppable. You saw what the Joy did. He came in and tore shit up. Y'all keep thinking that the next one ain't gonna do things from the inside out. You see me? And listen, for those that made it this far, stick around to the end. This little quote should have some reinforcement as to what Jay been talking about all along. This is JH, and I apologize because my son stole my camera screen thing, my stand, and he's playing video games. I asked to have it back, and he said he was busy. I'll deal with him accordingly. Now got cameras propped up on 30 different things. This is foolishness. Gotta love the kids. Check this video out. Tell me what y'all think. I'm out.
Remember this. If older people don't listen to younger people, they become slow amongst older people. When younger people don't listen to older people, they become slower amongst younger people. If young people would listen to older people, they move faster amongst younger people because you got advanced knowledge.
Right.
And when older people listen to younger people, we move faster in the older world because you got new knowledge. So when we listen to each other, we all grow, and that's called culture.
All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. They don't trust me either, I respect that. The she be down the ride, oh I bet that.